Okay, so a little hungover, have a nice seat. It's a little cooler this morning, which is nice for August. But doing a little weekend update, number 500 or 12 or whatever video. Got some scores, so I'm overlaying these pictures of this bike I went out and bought. I went out to the suburbs and picked it up, and had a beautiful gross drive out there, a beautiful drive through Forest Park on the way back. It's a mid-80s Diamondback. I went out because it had one bad blurry photo, and from that photo I could tell that it had deore deer head derailleurs and probably shifters on it. So it was 150 bucks. So I went there and picked that up. First thing I noticed when I walked in, it's in way nicer shape than the blurry photo showed. It has very low miles, and it has some Suntour, the XC Pro 2 or 3 or whatever fancy bear trap pedals everyone loves. These pedals in this condition are worth 90 to 150 bucks, just like that. So maybe money back. The deore derailleurs and shifters are worth at least 150 bucks. It has a cool Nitto, weird mountain bike bar and stem and some other stuff. I was checking eBay completed listings just to see if the Diamondback's worth anything. The last Diamondback I had, I did not realize was worth anything. And I put it up on eBay and I got 200 bucks for it, just for the frame. I was like, whoa, okay. I didn't realize this is a thing. I'm not that into mountain bikes. I just think the old parts are cool. And they're fun to put on, old road bikes and touring bikes and big city bikes. So I googled the frame, and just the last 3 frames in this size, a little larger, it's like a 21. When everything else in the entire world is 19 or an 18 for some reason. Just the frame, the completed listings are going for about 200 bucks. So I'm going to list the whole bike on eBay, see if a nerd really cares. And I'm going to pull it apart for parts. And I'll make more money selling it as parts anyways, which is just kind of sadder, and it's a lot cheaper and easier to ship. So we'll see. We'll put it up once just in case there's a real collector or nerd out there who would be really excited to get this bike in good shape, complete. It's pretty cool. And while I was out there, there's another guy. He kept listing this Tiagra like 4700 10-speed group. He started like $100, and he kept lowering it. I messaged him once when it got down to 70. I was like, maybe. But he was like, out in Beaverton, which is the suburb, and it's a 30-minute drive out here. So I was like, ugh. And he finally lowered it to like 60, and I'm like, dude, I'll give you 50 if you meet me. And I picked a Walgreens next to where I was going to go get the Diamondback. And he met me. So I got the matching rear derailleur, no front, and this bar with the flat bar 10-speed shifters and the Tiagra levers. And Tiagra doesn't seem like that cool, but this stuff's expensive. These levers are like 50, 60 bucks. The shifters are 100 bucks. Rear derailleur's 30 or 40. This came off as all city, which he switched over to like 105, 11 speed, road double, blah, 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 drop bars, all that stuff. And tried to sell me that. And I was like, I don't want that. I don't care about that, man. The CCC Sunday salvage sale is back, and it's super fun and great. So went to the old Sunday salvage sale and did some digging and some picking. I got this, I don't know, whatever, black bar. But it had some, scuffy but Rider quality 105 8-speed era levers. I wanted those. I didn't care about the bar so much. Then I really did some digging. Found one of these old, it's a little bent, but I can bend it back. This flips up and around over your stem. And you can put a bag on the front. And, you can't really find the bags, but bags are, bag makers exist, and they make stuff, and it's cool. You could probably put an old Swift Industries bag on this and bolt it through with some big washers or use their straps. So whatever, they're 50 cents a pound. I think I ended up spending $13 whole on all this stuff. Oh yeah, here's that rear long cage Tiagra. So I'll do a 1-buy, or maybe I'll do a 2-buy and go find the matching front and get some cranks and stuff. I have some extra rings. Let's look at some of the stuff I got. Oh, the Tiagra guy then had a couple of vintage stems. They just kept lowering the price on until I finally bought. He started at like 15 a piece and ended up for 15 for the pair. So I got an old 3T. These are, medium cool old Italian stems, kind of like Chinelli's. It's a 125, so at least it's a fun length. A little scuffy and whatever. I'll probably get 15 bucks for this on the old eBay. Who knows, maybe. And this very weird, giant Extension Pro, lightweight, old silver, adjustable stems. Totally goofy. I have no idea if anyone's going to care at all. It might go right in the recycling. But whatever, it's kind of cool and fun. Then we got into it. The CCC still you know, downsizing and changing. They're selling some tools and stuff, so I went there early so I could get some tools. They didn't really put that much new stuff. Last time I was pretty picked through, but I bought a bunch of cool stuff last weekend. So I got a few things, like, you know, a little couple of multi-tool sets. These are always good to have. Little Allen wrench set, chrome ones. Some fun vintage park tools. This is like an old brake tool. You can clamp it onto your old brake arm and physically tow it in by bending it. Another old chainring bolt tool that has a 9 and a 10 built in. It's a big wide one for, like, I think dust caps or something weird. A really cool home Drillium vintage Dura-Ace derailleur. It's missing the backside of the pulleys, which is a shame, but maybe I'll find one that's broken or dead somewhere. But it's got the barrel adjuster and the pinch bolt, and that's worth a little bit to me. And the weird, bizarre, cool Drillium. I mean, I'd put this on a crusty old bike. It'd be super fun. I got the matching front derailleur already, or a pretty similar era one. Another little weird old park tool, just like a little 8 and a 10, you know, for adjustable brakes and stuff. A single mismatch part of an old Shimano deore brake, but it's got a really nice bolt. And it's got the little set screw, but the bolts are rusty or missing all the time, so I was like, oh, I'm going to grab that and save that. And then I found one little box of junk that had nothing special in it, except that a single Specialties TA dust cap with chrome's a little messed up. And a pair of the old Specialties TA crank bolts in very good shape. And a mismatched set of crank nut washers. I mean, you know, better than nothing, but yeah, these things are minty. Immaculate. These are worth at least $10. And a little pinch bolt. But then also this week, much like last week, they had lots of chain rings out. They're really going through and downsizing, so not only are they getting rid of garbage and recycling and some kind of worn out stuff, mostly worn out stuff, they're getting rid of some really nice stuff. So I got another old Shimano, like 6.7 speed, like 46 tooth outer ring. And it's in just great old shape. So that's exciting. I always grab these weird Shimano and Sagino weird middling mountain bike sizes. This is a 46 tooth. The teeth are fine. I mean, they got some life left. But also these weird medium sizes are great for cutting the teeth off and making bash guards. If you want to make your own homemade bash guards. And then they're perfect for, you know, like 39, 40s, 42 teeth. I have a big, ugly, weird gap, but they make great bash guards. I grabbed this weird golden anodized ring for the same reason. It's a 46 tooth, looks like, you know, cheap 3/32 single speed ring or something. And the teeth are kind of worn, but it still holds the chain. Still lots of life left. But it's gold and cool and has a little bit of machining in it. This would be a totally awesome bash guard if I hacks all the teeth off around this weird lip and then, you know, file it flush. Like, super cool bash guard. An FSA 110 BCD 5034 compact outer ring that's, you know, got more than half its life left still. I mean, maybe I'll use it for something, maybe not. Maybe I'll sell it. Most of this stuff really will go up on eBay first, in case someone cares. Here's a FSA 36 tooth 110 ring, and these match usually to a 46 outer, which I got there last time. And this thing's in, you know, 85, 90% life still. The outer is nice. You know, these rings are $60 brand new for the set, and I think I paid 50 cents for a matching pair now between the two runs. Here's a nice little, like, probably, oh, it's a 4 bolt, not a 5 bolt. Something weird, but like new old stock or brand new. Little 36 tooth ring for something. That'll go on eBay. Maybe someone knows what it is or cares. Maybe not. Whatever. Here's a cool old Japanese SR Sakai ring. The teeth are in pretty good shape. I bet you it's a small weird bolt pattern. I got some cool old Navarre cranks that have a small weird bolt pattern. Maybe it'll be the right size. That ring's worn out. I have another one like that. I haven't checked yet either. Another 46 tooth 110 outer ring, you know, pre-ramped in pins. It'll make a great bash guard, but the teeth are in, like, yeah, 75, 80% good condition. tons life if someone were so inclined. I needed a 36 tooth ring, and the kid from the mountain bike cold setting video, he needs a 36 tooth ring. So I found a couple. This one's actually quite worn, but if you run it backwards as a single ring, it's like brand new again. Or as a bash guard, like, who knows, maybe it doesn't cost anything, so I grabbed it. 50 cents a pound, you know, it's 10, 20 cents. A nice Shimano old 45 tooth outer ring with very little wear, because these suck and people switch right over to like 42s or whatever if you're using as a middle, because it probably is a middle ring. Yeah, it's actually a middle ring for like the half step gearing. Someone on eBay is really going to care, or again, it'll make a really cool bash guard. I end up with too many rings for bash guards, but I do make bash guards kind of fairly often. Here's a fairly worn out Sagino Mighty Competition 53 outer, the old Campy Novo record style. I got a 54, I've been trying to sell on eBay forever, no one cares. I'll try and sell this too, see if anyone cares, but giant bash guard. It's 144 BCD, so it's cool. Put a pretty big ring behind it, 48 or 50 or something. I don't know. I could not grab it. And a weird 94 BCD rocket ring. Looks like it's an outer 42 tooth. I've collected some weird 94 BCD rings, and they didn't sell at first, but they're slowly but surely selling on eBay. People care. And this one has like no scuff on the back and like the ramps. So it's in really good shape. No one shifted. They also brought some cranks out. I grabbed one really cool old set, but one of the pedal threads is totally dead. But this one's stuck together, and it looks like the tapers and the pedal threads are good. And it's like a crappy, cheap silver mountain bike set, but I'm guessing it probably actually came as like a cheap crank set or something. Or a cheap track set. Or mountain bike set. I don't know, it's silver. It's like whatever. I can put it on a cheapy flippy bike. You know, it's probably 2 pounds, so I guess I paid $1 for them. And I found this set as well. So this is a Cannondale, some weird Cannondale set with like an ISIS bottom bracket, Coda 175, mountain. It's got a weird spider thing with a lock ring, but it's also got some really nice 94 BCD chain rings. That's really all I cared about. I'll put them on eBay, you know, for a few bucks. I'll probably separate all the rings and see if anyone cares. It looks fine. Nothing looks damaged or destroyed, so Cannondale EXP. Anything that says Cannondale on it. There's a lot of nerds that are into Cannondales. Like, anything that says Cannondale on it's worth $10. But I also got this frame. So this frame was just sitting in the pile of frames. There's a couple other nice frames there people grabbed. And, you know, frames are like $10, $20 if they're really nice or stuff. There's one out there for $50 that they thought was nice. It was like had good paint, but it was like a real middling Centurion. $50, I was like, no. I would have bought it if it was like 10 or 20. You know, I have that 27-inch silver single-speed wheel set. It would have been pretty cool. But this frame was sitting there. It's not a brand I've ever heard of. Guys are nerding out about it. It looks older and handmade or cool. I think it's got a crack dropout. I can't really tell until I really put some force on it and see that crack moves. But what it has, and what I was excited about, is a nice set of Sagino AT cranks. And whoever stripped the frame, you know, took the rings off of, but left the cranks on. The one bottom bracket cup was all the way unthreaded. They didn't understand how to pull cranks off a bike. I thought maybe the dust caps were threaded in there, so I grabbed a tool at CCC. They were selling a bunch of cone wrenches, so I put a cone wrench in. Both dust caps move freely, so I'm hoping the threads are good and they'll come right off. Has a nice set of Suntour Mountech derailleurs on it, so, you know, for $5. Got these cool cranks that I'll probably get $30 or $40 for on eBay, or use on my own project. They're only $170, so I'll probably try and sell them. Or use on a project. I got lots of rings for them. Lots of 110 rings. And these old Mountech derailleurs are cool. They're not really worth anything, but I'll probably get $15 or $20 on eBay, or use them on a project. And it has a cool Suntour seat post quick release. That's neat. So I got some stuff. It was a good day of picking. $150 for the bike, another $50 for the tiagra, $15 for those dumb stems, and then, yeah, I think it was $13 or $15 total for these little tools and chain rings and cranks and all that stuff by weight. So pretty good day. I also messaged a guy on Craigslist. He does kind of what I do. He's been buying some old bikes. I've been buying old bikes to take the parts off of to sell. And he's been buying old bikes for the frame. So I bought the parts from him. So I bought 2 parts bikes worth of parts, wheels, everything. I meet him tomorrow, so I haven't seen it yet. But one's like an 8-speed 105, that gray, like those levers group, and the other one's just like cheap, generic, light action, like whatever. But for $150, if the wheels are good, you know, the parts 105 is not very hot right now, but you can slowly piece that stuff off. But try and sell it as a group, or you know, get a cool frame and put it all on. If I can find something cool, I got that real crappy Peugeot from the respacing video. I wouldn't do that. That frame is so heavy. God, that frame might be cool. That 27-inch single-speed wheels. It might have some cranks, and you really only need, what, a stem and a seat. It's got a seat post. I got saddles. I got stems. I got junk bars. I don't care about. I can build a cool fixie, bro. It says Peugeot. I mean, the paint's in pretty good shape. Maybe I will build another fixie. Maybe I shouldn't respace it to 130. Maybe I should respace it to 120. It's tough decisions, man. Alright, I just wanted to do this little cool video. I did buy that Peugeot, and I stripped all the parts off of it, and I bought another mountain bike and stripped the parts off of it this week. I did get one cool thing. The mountain bike had these really cool True Temper 4130 chromo bars I've only ever seen in black. But here's a cool set neon green with the stickers and all that. So I don't know, that's cool. The Peugeot had kind of cool Navarre cranks. Kinda. God, maybe I'll put them back on if I single speed it. Flip that ring around. Keep it kind of Frenchy and cool. God, that would be kind of cool. This crappy mountain bike I bought that came with these, you know, I got for $50 a couple weeks ago. It was like dumb and crappy and pretty worn out, and I didn't care. The brake levers off it were some old Diacomp levers. Black, real scuffed up, paint coming off everywhere. I put them on eBay. They haven't even ended. I got 8 bids, ripped over $40. I thought I'd get $10 for them. So you never know. Those brake levers are going to pay for this whole bike, and then I got fun parts to play with. Crappy old stem, nice old steel Tongay fork, some parts. I did also bring home my my little Terry. I bought my little Serrata built, really nice race frame Terry. Stuck my Compass Rene Hurst little tire gauge tool in, and it looks like it'll fit 650B 38s. Real nice, no fenders, no nothing. Look, it's the summertime like road bike. I'll do a little basket, some flat bars. So I got these Durace cranks. I got this Durace rear hubs, 8-speed stuff. I think I'll build it up as like a 1x Durace 8-speed, like fun summer fast city bike with SP Dynamo front hub. So we're on late errands, and pretty sure Stoic Wheels has a couple of leftover Blem 650B nice rims they got really cheap. I got some 650B by 38 Perimoto tires for it off Tomcat bikes. He bought them for a customer and couldn't get them to really fit the customer's mountain bikey rims. So the tubeless and tight and weird, but maybe I can make them work. I mean, probably. I'm gonna strip the whole 600 group off of that. I'm gonna put it up for sale because yeah, I'm gonna do this 1x Dura AC funness. That Terry is light too. It says like Tongay 2 tubes on it, but it takes a 27.2 seat post, and it is as light as any nice race bike frame I've ever built, like Columbus SLX or even lighter tubes. It was, you know, like 4.5 pounds with the frame and the fork. I mean, like light, man. So it is a nice frame with, I think, cheaper decals. Maybe they just had some nice front triangles lying around. They just threw them into the old Terry batch because they're just sitting around. Like, who knows? Yeah. So some fun stuff. That Peugeot also had a nice set of long reach Tektros and levers on it too. I paid $50 the whole Peugeot because it had a broken handlebar and the guy didn't want to deal with it. But it had brand new nice brakes on it. So I think maybe those will go on my 650B Durace conversion. But stuff is coming along. I ordered a couple of brakes for some other projects. I've been working on the RB2 project a little bit. Just a little bit. Got the fork. I talked to Mark Belladonna, the frame builder, my frame builder partner at Northern. And I'm going to head out there and the fork's for like 27 inch. So I'm going to rake the crap out of it. to make it like kind of mid-trail, low trail for a big front rack. Make that like a Porsche bike. Stokes building the wheels for it right now. I got that Tiagra silver 10-speed flat bar group, and I got a Tiagra 10-speed rear hub. It's really 9-speed, I think, but it's last year they made Tiagra branded hubs in silver. And I got that Panasonic Dynamo front hub. So that's over at Old Stokes. Probably done. He hasn't called me. I really need to go over there and pick him up. And there's a couple of Velo Orange stainless steel Portour racks on Craigslist. Kind of reasonable. Might go get one. Or might see one of my friends who own a shop will order me one wholesale. We'll see. It's kind of fun. It's kind of really more fun to be digging around on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace and buying whole bikes just for parts, like the rack on it, and like the Soma Portour rack I have on the Nothing Special Schwinn. I bought a whole bike for $50 because it has a Soma rack, and then turned around and sold the bike without the rack for $50. So yeah, projects are coming along, and God, now I might have to make a fixed gear out of this Peugeot, or a single speed, you know. Might sell. Kids might think it's real cool. People like Peugeots for reasons beyond my comprehension. But yeah, so that's sort of my weekend / week update. Start working on this other project too. Building projects. We got lots of more videos on cool bike builds coming up. So thanks for watching.